Greetings to all. Myself, Dr. M. Shakti Mohan, Associate Professor. In today's video content, we are going to discuss about the forms in the Boolean algebra, that is canonical forms and standard forms. So we'll discuss one by one in detail. So let's get into the video. Okay, so for today's session, we are going to discuss about the Boolean forms. So generally, there are two type of Boolean forms will be there. So the first one is uh, canonical forms, that is SOP, and then PoS, that is summa product form and product of sum form. And the second one is standard forms. Okay, so in standard form also both the thing is applicable, that is SOP and POS is applicable. So we'll see one by one. So initially, so what is SOP and what is POS, so that we are going to discuss. So generally SOP means sum of product forms. So that is what SOP, that is for example, y is equal to a b bar c plus a bar b c plus a bar b bar c bar. So the sum of product form is it in the form of this nature, that is you can see. So these are the products, right? So sum of these products, so that is why this is called as a SOP, that is sum of product form. Okay, in case if it is POS now, it is in the form of, that is y is equal to a plus b bar plus c into a bar plus b bar plus c into a bar plus b bar plus c bar. So the POS equation is looks like this only. Okay, that means you can see. So these are the sum terms. Okay, so that means product of these sums. So that is why this is called as a POS, right? Okay, so this is the basic regarding the Boolean forms. So we'll go to the actual content. So you can see sum of product forms, and I already told you. Okay, so it is a sum of these products. So that is why this is called as a sum of product. That is ABC plus AB bar into C. So likewise, in terms of PQRS, I'm just mentioning here. So B bar into Q plus Q into R plus R into S, right? So that is sum of these products, right? So that is why it is called as a sum of product form. So likewise, if it is a product of sum means it is very clear. Okay, so A plus B into B bar plus C. So that means product of these sums. Okay, so that is why it's called as a POS, right? That is a product of sum form. That is F of P comma Q comma R comma S is equal to P plus Q into R plus S bar into P plus S, right? So that is the product of these sums, right? So this is what the canonical forms, right? So this is what the canonical forms. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the difference between let me rub this. Okay, so we'll discuss into the canonical form into the canonical form with the standard form, right? So canonical form and standard form. Generally, what is the difference between the canonical and standard form now? For example, in the canonical formula, y is equal to ab plus bc. Okay, so but here it will be like this, that is y is equal to ab bar c plus a bar bc. So likewise, likewise we'll write the POS terms, that is y is equal to a bar plus b into b bar plus c. But here it is in the form of a bar plus b into b bar plus c into, sorry, 1 second. Okay, so the standard form is look like this, that is y is equal to a plus b plus c into A bar plus B bar plus C. Okay, so don't consider this equation. Okay, so this is what the correct one. Okay, you can see if it is a canonical form now, it is also called as the unstandard form, right? So this is what the standard form. You can see the difference. Okay, so in the standard form, each and every term contains all the variables. So that is called standard form. Okay, you can see this is what the first term, this is the second term. Okay, so both the term contains all the variables, that is all the A, B, C variable. But here you can see in the first term la C term is missing, and in the second term la A term is missing. Okay, so that this is what the canonical form. Likewise, here you can see in the first term la C is missing and the second term la A is missing. But here you can see both the terms contains all the variables. Okay, so if all the variable which will be present in the all the terms now, that is called standard form. Okay, if it is not like so, it is called as canonical form, right? So that is the major difference. I hope now you understand the basic difference between the canonical and standard form. Okay, now there is a question, so how to convert the unstandard or canonical form into standard form? Okay, it is very easy. Okay, so for SOP, the formula is you have to multiply the missing term with the formula of A plus A bar. Okay, well, that is, if it is SOP now, you have to multiply with A plus A bar formula. Okay, in case if it is POS now, you have to add with A dot A bar formula. This is what the rule for to convert the unstandard form into standard form for SOP and POS. Okay, so again, you know that A plus A bar is equal to 1 and A dot A bar is equal to 0. Okay, so any number multiplication with 1 na, the same number will be there. Likewise, any number in addition with 0 na, the same number will be there. So that is why this rule is applicable. That is A plus A bar rule is applicable for SOP and A dot A bar rule is applicable for POS. Okay, but now you can see there is one example. F of A comma B comma C is equal to A into C plus A into B plus B into C, right? So here you can see this is a canonical form, that is unstandard form. Why? Because the first term is missed out the B variable, and the second term is missed out the C variable, and the third term is missed out the A variable, right? So now we have to convert this unstandard form into standard form. Again, you know the rule. Since it is a SOP, we have to multiply the missing term with the formula of A plus A bar formula. Now you can see AC, this is the first term. Actually, B variable is missing, no? So that is why multiply with B plus B bar formula. So likewise, AB into here C term is missing, no? C variable is missing, no? C plus C bar. So likewise, BC into A plus A bar. So once you apply this rule, and after that just to make a multiplication and simplify the equation, finally you can get the standard form. Now you can see all the terms actually here 4 terms will be there. All the 4 terms contains all the 3 variables. So now it is called as a standard form. Okay, so this is how you have to convert the unstandard SOP into standard SOP, right? Okay, likewise there is a way to convert the unstandard or canonical POS into standard POS form. Again, you can see there is a example, that is f of A comma B comma C is equal to A plus B into B plus C into A plus C. Now you can see why this is a unstandard form, because in the first term la C variable is missing, and in the second term la A is missing, and in the third term la B is missing, right? So since it is a POS, the rule is you have to addition with A bar dot A formula, or otherwise A dot A bar formula. Okay, well, now we can see A plus B, the first term. Okay, well, A plus B addition with C term is C variable is missing, no? So C dot C bar. So likewise B plus C plus A dot A bar, and likewise A plus B plus B dot B bar. Now you have to add each and every terms, and after that if you simplify the equation, the basic mathematical simplification, right? If you simplify the equation, finally you can get the standard form of equation. Now you can see all the 4 terms contains all the 3 variables. So since it is called as a standard POS, right? So this is how we have to convert the unstandard SOP or unstandard POS into standard SOP or POS, right? I hope you understand the concept. Okay. So in today's video, we have discussed about the forms in the Boolean algebra, that is canonical forms and standard form. So we have discussed in terms of SOP and POS for the canonical and standard form. Also, we discussed the conversion of unstandard, that is canonical form, into standard form for both SOP and POS. I hope you understand the content. So thank you.